back to another episode of Campton Racing TV. Looking back on last week, it was good to get a couple of winners. One being Data Patch at the Gold Coast. Nice for him to be back in the winner's circle.
Yeah, very rewarding. He's run a couple of starts ago. It was really good when he ran second. He kept trying all the way to the line. And then last start, we just decided to handlebars down, go to the front and keep him running. Emily Lang rode him an absolute treat. And good to see him win the way he did. He'll go back to the Gold Coast Poly next Saturday, and I reckon it'll be very, very hard to beat again. He's going well, the horse. He's happy, he's healthy, he's fit. So that's when we know when Data races his best. So that was very rewarding to get him to win the other day, because he's been a bit of a tricky horse to train. Yeah, very.
And Saddles won at Grafton on Monday, which was great to get a winner for the Hadley family.
Yeah, a horse that obviously been pretty upbeat about throughout his whole career. He's a nice horse. 1200 first up, big win, got back, run on strongly. He's a talented horse. 58.5 first up. I thought his effort was huge. He'll go 1400 Sunday week at the sunny coast. I think he'd be very, very hard to beat again. He's probably, I don't know if he is a genuine 2000 or beyond horse. I just might keep him a little bit fresh this prep and use that turn of foot that he's got over 14, 16, maybe even 18. But a lovely horse, going places, and I think he's going to be really hard to beat again second up. And
then this week we've just got the one runner in Lord Markle at Eagle Farm. This is first up this prep.
Yeah, obviously special boy, our Lordy. He's one of my favourites. He just can't get a wet track at the moment, which he's crying out for. That's a bit of an issue at the moment, but he's got to go to the races. He's well, he's fit, he's happy, he's ready to rock and roll. Damien Thornton rides him tomorrow, first time riding him. He's a straightforward horse. He trialled him, gave him a good feel. I think, if he can slot across, he can ping the lids fresh. Or in saying that, if he went to Sydney last prep and missed the kick where he's never done that. So hopefully he's fast out. Could either be in the top four, or if he misses it, he goes back and runs on. But I think he'll run a good race. I could never think this horse would never run a good race. He's just tough as nails. He shows up and does his job. And I think at the 20-1, which he currently is big overs, because he's definitely the best horse in the race. It's just about him getting back there and getting a bit of luck from the tricky draw.
We had a few trial at Bow Desert on Tuesday. Some first trialers and then some older horses just coming back into their prep. Lime Soda is a new horse to the stable, and she trialled really well.
Yep, beautiful horse. She's a lovely horse to do anything with. Everyone loves her here. She's absolutely glowing in a coat. She's probably one horse in our stable that's improved so much this preparation, just getting better and better. She'll head to the races in a couple of weeks from tomorrow, 1,000 metres. She's just been a gem to train. I loved her trial the other day. She's going to come on a lot from it. She'll have a nice gallop next week, and obviously then the Tuesday lead into a run, so she'll come on. I think she'll be very, very competitive where she goes first up.
Chadron was back at the trials. His first trial this prep.
First trial, and Jace's, our apprentice's first trial as well. He's got his ticket. Long process, a lot of paperwork, but it's all done. And he rode Chargy first time in his official trial, and both handled the occasion great. Chargy's a beautiful old horse that just does his job. He probably definitely, I was going to go to the races after that, but he needs another trial. He's still a bit fat in condition, so that's the plan. But Chase is away and off and gone now, a very dedicated young kid, and I will dead set hand him my trainer's license if this kid doesn't make it. He's got the world at his feet. He's a special young talent, and he's very, very dedicated, and he's halfway there because he's got a good brain on his shoulder. So excited to see Jace and Chargy at the races in the near future.
And Les Murdy to the eye was disappointing, but that tends to be him when he trials.
Yeah, not really, because last prep he sort of was pinging out. It just, he first getting around that tight turn of Bow Desert, Carl just took it easy on him, and you'll probably see him beating a long way, but he's pulled up fine. He's good as gold, so he'll go back to the trials, bigger track. He's just got to get back into the swing of things, Big Les, because he's carrying a bit of pudding at the moment, and he's doing a bit more swimming now and getting a bit fitter, so he's in for a big prep.
And Hydroelectric was a 3-year-old, its first maiden trial.
Yep, still learning. Beautiful big horse, Brookley. Needs to be ridden quiet till we go back to the trials, have a second trial, possibly polytrack Monday week. Got the ability, he's got a nice turn of foot. I think it's just, he's still got a lot to learn, this horse.
And Minasenko was first trial for him as well.
Yeah, he's been a big work in progress. He's come
on a lot.
Yeah, he looked like a trotter when he first walked in here. He was a beautiful yearling. I remember when we purchased him and he just bulked up, filled out. Probably one horse I was probably most impressed with at the trials. He's a big bullfed and he handled the occasion really well. He trialled good. Kyle said he gave him a really good feel. Just coming around the tight bend there, he didn't know how to sort of get around the turn, and then once he balanced up in the straight, he tried all the way to the line. I thought his effort was really good, and he's going to come on lengths and lengths off that. So physically and mentally, one more trial and we'll head to the races with him.
And Euphrates Dream trialled really well. Obviously, she had excuses her last start. She didn't pull up well, so good to see her back to her best. Correct.
She's her trial was probably the best of the morning. I think it was a beautiful trial. Got back, run on strongly. That's the horse we know. Before, obviously, we don't know it too well. We only had the one start, but obviously, looking at all the form in New South Wales, that's what she can do. She can get back and reel off some nice sectionals. So. Back to the races now, and she's going to be very, very hard to beat wherever she goes.
And a newcomer to the stable, Valache.
Yeah, he was just having a look around, quiet trial. He'll go back to the trials again and start building his revs for a first up run. Haven't picked out a race yet, but he's still a few weeks off.
Kadiris went to the trials finally for some very patient owners that have been with her all the way.
Yeah, I've got so much time for this horse. She's very quirky. She can be naughty, but she's got a lot of ability. She's got a big engine. She had a really good blow after that trial the other day, so she definitely needed it. Just want to see how she pulls up over the next few days. She may have one more trial. She may even go to the races Saturday week. Just trying to obviously plan over the next few days how she is, but she went out to the track this morning. She's bright, alert. She looks beautiful in a coat. I think she's ready to go to the races. So, some very patient owners hopefully can be rewarded first up, because she's been a long work in progress, but yeah, there's definitely ability there.
And Pass the Wine, another newcomer.
Tough little bastard. He is very, very strong. I like this horse. Tough, just does his job. Straightforward, good breed. I like the press statements. They're good to do anything with. He knows what his job now is, and that's to be a racehorse. He'll have one more trial, possibly on the poly track Monday week.
And Better Be Brief. He's got a lot of ability, just putting it all together still.
Probably the most annoying horse in my stable for me.
And the riders.
He's grey and he gives me grey hairs. He's got so much ability, this horse. I would potentially say he could be my best horse I've got. He just needs to put it all together. The penny's going to drop. I just don't know when it is. He's a big galoof. Wouldn't matter how much work you give him. He thinks it's all a big game still at the moment. He's quirky, but one day when he does switch on mentally, he's going to be a serious racehorse. I know he probably didn't beat much in the trial the other day, but for him to go out there and win the trial and do it the way he did was a big tick in his box, and hopefully we can tick a few more boxes leading into his first up run. But patient owners might have to be a little bit more patient, but once he figures out that he wants to be a racehorse, they're gonna have a lot of fun with him.
And Little Lord Vader, another one of Jace's rides for the day.
Yeah.
Super.
Hopefully, Lordy Vader can bring it to the track now, because he's done that before. Bit disappointing in him, a couple of runs last prep. Kept him fresh. He'll go to the races soon. But his trial was pretty awesome. So hopefully he can go to the races and do that, because I know he's got the ability. It's all in him to do it now. So unfortunately, Jace can't ride him. He's only had 2 trials, but he gets along so well with the horse, and if he can take that trial form to the races, he's going to be very, very hard to beat first up.
Obviously, a big week for us with all the trials, and although just one runner on the weekend, but I'm sure there'll be some winners out of them trials going forward. Yeah,
definitely. Got probably a big month, 2 months coming up. They're all sort of coming back now in. They're trialling, they're ready to go to the races. Got some really nice young horses coming through. Some lovely 2-year-olds. Just going to have to be a bit more patient with some of them, but exciting. Obviously, a few months ahead, and hopefully Lordy Boy tomorrow can get the job done to get a Metro winner with him on a Saturday. It'd be pretty awesome. So he's going well. Might need a bit of a blowout first up. His coat's still here, there and everywhere at the moment, but hopefully this preparation we can get that Metro Saturday out of the way.
Thanks so much for watching.